Welcome, everybody, to the newest episode of the Milky Finishers podcast. Today, we are joined by the one, the only, the legendary voice actress extraordinaire, Taterz. Taterz, are you here?
Roxy, you gotta calm down. I'm in the middle of something. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, what's up?
There we go. Perfect start. Welcome. It's super nice to finally have you on here.
Hell yeah.
Your setup looks great. It looks way better than the last guest that we had, who was streaming from a dental office room.
No, yeah, I threw this together in like 15 minutes.
Hell yeah. But before we get ahead of ourselves, would you like to introduce yourself to anybody who might not know who you are?
Hello, my name is Taterz Chan. I also go by May because that's just a name that I like to go by. I am a wannabe voice actor. I'm going to, I'm nervous. I've never been on a podcast before.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm sure that anybody that regularly watches the streams is very familiar with you. But I do want to single in on one of the things that you said, and that is I would like to use the word aspiring instead of wannabe, but an aspiring voice actress. And those of you guys who watch the lore videos...
Aspiring is a better word.
Yeah, for sure. For anybody who doesn't know, sometimes people don't read the credits. I'm guilty of not reading credits in movies and shows sometimes. But Taterz is actually the voice of Minth, one of our lore characters, and she's also helped out with various other projects like Monokuma and forgot what else, but you've just helped out with a bunch of things throughout the years.
Hell yeah, bitch!
So,
it's punishment time! I sound like a grandma.
Well, it's funny because Monokuma's Japanese voice actress was like an 80-year-old woman, so.
I know, that's so great.
And then she had dementia, so then she got replaced. But yeah,
who's Monokuma?
It's super nice to have you here, and I want to kind of lock in on the whole voice actress thing because out of everybody that we've had on this podcast, we've never had someone who is trying to go into that field. So I'd just like to ask, I want to start with some basic boring questions just to get them out of the way, and then we'll get to the good stuff, Chad, don't worry.
Yeah, some basic bitch questions.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's fun. We've never had a voice actress on the podcast before, so I got to get through all the normal boring questions that you've probably been asked.
Don't think I
times.
can't see the chat. Do not insult Roxanne Wolf in my proximity. I don't care that I'm supposed to ignore the chat. Do not insult Roxanne Wolf in my proximity. I will kill you.
Shit. Like I said, I'm going to ask you some questions that you've probably been asked 100 times, but then we'll get to the good stuff. Just one or two boring questions and then the spicy, cool stuff. But,
hell yeah.
At what point did you decide in your life that you were like, I think voice acting is something that I would like to do? Like, was there a show or someone that inspired you or a moment where you're like, I'd like to do this?
I think for me, I grew up watching like Cartoon Network. I actually thought that Adventure Time was like an adult show because it had butts in it.
Okay. No, I mean that's fair.
And so I was like, ooh, I'm getting away with this. My Little Pony was also a big inspiration for me, like Pinkie Pie and Applejack. The fact that they both had like the same voice actor with Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy. That like the fact that they could like. Especially Pinkie Pie's voice actress, the way that like she like goes from like excitable Pinkie Pie to like the shy kind of Fluttershy. It was like so cool to see that the same voice, the same person could do all these different voices. And then I started getting really interested in games like RPGs where you could make the voices for your own characters.
Oh,
and I loved,
okay.
like making up voices like that. So it was kind of a mix of the two.
Do you remember off the top of your head, like, the first project that you ever worked on? Was like helping a friend or something? Or, like, one of the very first things you ever worked on to help somebody voice act?
Actually, that reminds me, there is, like, a little thing. I actually, what finalized me wanting to make my career in voice acting was... my friend, his name is Ella's Ouija. Yes, Ouija.
Oh,
not
no.
Ouija,
See, it's all connected. It's all connected.
He used to make comic dubs when he was younger for a series that he was a fan of called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I think you've heard of that before.
Yeah, it was really popular years ago.
And he got like really popular, and one time we were in a voice call, and I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and we were bullying this kid because this kid was like,
nice.
I'm gonna go 100%. I'm gonna go 100% evil mode, and we were like, what's this tweaker talking about? So
what's this tweaker
so
talking about?
I jokingly started playing music, singing the way that he was like singing out his messages, like, I'm about to go 100% mode. Like shit, and people were laughing in the fucking... He wasn't in the call.
Oh, okay.
He was just freaking out.
Damn.
But yeah, and Ouija happened to be in that call, and he was like, yo, you're good at singing and you can play the ukulele, because I was playing the ukulele with it.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, do you want to be my music man for my videos? So I wrote a couple songs, like, for the comic dubs, like, where there would be a song in the comic.
Okay.
I would write the melody for it. And then later on, I did some voice impressions, and he was like, you know, you would actually be a really good voice actor. And I was like, I've always wanted to be a voice actor, but I feel like I'm kind of dead set on being a musician. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna have you voice act in one of my most popular Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared comic dub series that I'm doing a redo of. And guess what?
Shit.
It was fucking Mpreg.
Oh, no! Wow, well, that explains that origin, I guess.
Yep,
kidding.
my first ever project was an Mpreg comic.
That's horrible. That's so bad. It's very fitting, though, I guess. Like, I mean, it's just funny because there's a lot of voice actors out there that they have a lot of, like, limits. They'll, like, you can hire me, but here's all my boundaries. This, and this is. So it's just very funny that your very first one would probably cross most people's boundaries, like, right away.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't end up voicing anybody who was pregnant. I voiced, like, a glitch character in the Matrix, like Gaster or something.
That's worse. Gaster being pregnant has like 6. First off, he's a guy. He's a skeleton.
It wasn't Gaster.
Oh, okay.
It was not Gaster, but I'm just saying, like, the character was kind of like Gaster-esque.
Okay, like an abstract phantom digital.
Yeah, like not part of the world, but still part of the world. Like, could control on the outside.
I see. I don't think that makes it any better, but that's still cool. Well, out of all of the things that you've ever done, any of the projects, you said that was your first one. Do you have a favorite one? Do you have like something that you're like, man, I'm really proud of that performance, or I'm really proud of how that turned out? Do you have like a favorite?
I honestly have to say Minth. Like, I'm not trying to kiss your ass or anything. I love doing Minth's voice. Like, anytime I listen to a song, I start singing in Minth's voice. Like, how would Minth sing this? Like, I have so much fun doing her voice.
No,
and I love her character. I love, like, egotistical hackers like that.
No, that makes me happy because I would love to continue to just do more with that character, and it's just nice that you are not only willing to, but you're also excited to reprise that role in the future. That makes me very
hell yeah.
happy. For anybody listening to the podcast that doesn't know who Minth is, you can go to our YouTube channel, and we've got multiple videos. The best one to start is this video called Minth Origin, and it's her origin story. And she's also appeared in the Milky Finisher swimsuit contest and a couple of other big projects as well, including Ultimate Tournament Dreams, which was a collaborative effort. So, yeah, check all those things out, and you can hear Tater's performance as Minth. I think the character would not be the same without...
Of course you can.
Yeah!
Hi there, Milky-chan.
Perfect.
Happy
I love
20-month Subabarari.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so... It's just so cool to be able to hear that, and Minth would not be the same without your voice, and obviously wouldn't be the same without Reb's original character design. So it's really cool to see this character that had a bunch of different talents poured into it to make her what she is, and I definitely can't wait to see more from you and
my name's Minth. I made the Minth.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad. That makes me really happy that that's one of your favorite roles, because I really like to. I try to not just like force out things. I really look over different scripts, and I want to do the character justice, and I want you to be able to voice something that you're also proud of, that you enjoy looking at and watching as well. So it's cool. It's an awesome collaborative effort. But yeah, I guess in terms of being a voice actress, I mean, Mint is obviously really cool and helping out a bunch of, YouTubers, especially some of them have a lot of views and a lot of exposure. But like, what would you say is your overall dream? Like, is there something that you're aspiring to, or is there something where it's like, I would really like to achieve this with my voice acting career?
My dream would honestly be to voice act either in a video game or in the dub of an anime, and I know that Sephiroth Sword 57 would be upset because these gaijins with these dubbed animes, but fuck you, I don't care. I want to voice anime characters, and I want to voice funny video game characters, and I want to hear my voice come out of like something that would never be me, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that that's cool, and honestly, the good thing, is that, anime and video games are just getting more and more popular, especially with indie games. Indie games are so popular, and that's such a good way to get like your foot in the door, because there's always people looking for voice work for these games, because not everybody, not saying that your voice acting talent isn't as good as like, established famous ones, but they go through like more money, they have like studios and licenses that they go through, and not every indie dev or like indie animator can afford that. So it's always nice to have that you can join, and then you can like get well known and move up, and then eventually, like most famous,
and then somebody eventually hears your voice and they're like, hey, you do good work, I want to pay you for what you do. It's good, like it's like good. You don't have to do every single voice acting thing for money. You can do it for exposure.
See, Taterz, you're a lot smarter than most people, because most people are like, unless I'm getting paid, I'm not doing it. But yeah. And guess what? She got replaced. So it's just like, so yeah, like a lot of it, the key is just exposure. If people like your performance and they can see that you have a talent and passion for it, all it takes is one right person hearing that. Majority of anime dubs and video game voice actors and actresses like started with fan projects. I know the newest Persona games, they started remaking them.
Kira Buckland is a big one.
Yeah. And then I can't remember his name, but the voice actor that does the main character of Persona 3, Alex something, he started off just doing fan projects. People were hiring him like, hey, can you voice this character? And now he's literally working with the video game company. Yeah, Alex Lee. Thank you, chat. There's one time I acknowledged chat. They helped me out. And now he works with Atlas and Sega, and he gets paid the big bucks to do what he loves. So yeah, I think it's great, and I think that's a really awesome dream, and I think it's also very realistic, because obviously working with you and just hearing your voices and stuff, I can definitely tell that you have a talent for it and you enjoy it. So I think
I also realize the realistic aspect of definitely being replaced in my role. That is a very, like, voice actors are very come and go. You can definitely, like, oh, this person portrays the character that I wish to portray a bit more, and you can't really do anything about that. And all my brain is just thinking is just, well, at least I got to play the role the way that I played it, and maybe some people out there will be like, hey, I preferred this person's role, and then once again, exposure.
Yeah, that would probably make you feel really good too if you went online and everybody was like, Taterz was such a better voice for this character and this and that would probably make you feel good to some degree. Yeah, it's a shame, because that's like only something that's like in like the West, like Canada, US, Mexico, all that shit, because in Japan, like, voice actors and actresses are treated way better. Like, unless they die, they're almost never replaced. Like, just to put into perspective, one of the most recognizable characters, Sonic the Hedgehog, has had like 7 English voice actors since like Sonic Adventure.
I cannot count.
Yeah, so many. And Meanwhile, for the past literally 30 plus years in Japan, it's been the same voice. He has never been replaced. Sonic has had the exact same Japanese voice since Sonic Adventure 1 came out in the 90s. So I wish that is something that that like the United States and stuff would also be on. I don't understand. Well, I do understand. It always just comes down to money.
Even like Danganronpa 2 compared to Danganronpa 3, the anime, like the dub voices compared to like the Japanese voices. Like in the anime, the Japanese voices are the exact same as in the game, but in the dub version, it's like Ibuki has such this deep voice. It's not Ibuki.
I was like, hey, I'm Ibuki. It's not that bad. But but the point is, like, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I started playing Danganronpa in Japanese, because I have really bad OCD, and I associate characters with their voices. Like, their voice acting is such a big part. Like, that's why I prefer anime over manga to me, because I love hearing voices. So when a voice changes, it's like being a little kid and you watch a magic show and then you figure out, like, how it's done, where it's like, that's not fun. Like, I don't like that. So that's one of the reasons why I just started playing it in Japanese, because I knew that the voices would stay the same from the anime and all the games. So
yeah, absolutely, because it definitely pulls you out of the illusion when the voices are very different. I understand, like, if you get a different voice actress or an actor that, like, can do pretty similar, but the way that Ibuki's anime voice actor just took charge of her own character.
Yeah. I
just don't agree with that.
Yeah. Same. And like I said, I'm not here to, like, make fun of or like, bad talk anybody's performance or anything, but it's not fair to the fans, I think, to constantly always be switching voices when it's something silly like money. When it has to be like, oh, well, we don't want to hire non-union, or this person's cheaper. I don't, like, want to deal with that. I wish that there was contracts that people could sign that they would be able to keep their voice acting jobs, unless they, like, you know, came out as like a child predator or something. They broke the law. Well, then, yeah, replace them.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? But, like, if they didn't do anything wrong and they're still alive, they should be able to reprise their role. I feel like that should be more common.
In fact, sometimes voice actors do come out as child predators and they still get to keep their roles.
Can you give an example?
Fuck. Can't think of any right now, because I don't want to like throw away any names and then like get anything wrong.
No, I get you.
Because that would be the worst fucking thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well,
no, fuck you.
Damn, Taterz got canceled before her career could even take off. No, yeah, no, I just find it so fascinating. I obviously have done voice work, but that isn't really out of passion. My passion comes from storytelling, and I'm usually too cheap to pay people. So I do a lot of voice work with my lore videos, but it's usually just me, and then I just Audacity pitch shift and voice filter the hell out of it. So that's why in my lore videos you'll have like 7 characters all voiced by Zach Lolliot, but it's not really something where it's like
Zach Lolliot, yes, directed by Zach Lolliot.
Well, it's
featuring Zach Lolliot.
I mean, I gotta do it somehow. Well, I don't have all this money to give.
Special
to a bunch
thanks
of people.
to Zach Lolliot.
yeah, for sure. But I think it's cool. Like, I don't really think that I'm good at it. I think I'm good at voicing myself. But I much prefer hiring voice actors and actresses to help me out. I think that that's way more fun. I get to do what I love, which is just writing the story. Then they email me or send me the MP3 clips, and then I just insert it. And
yeah, and I get to do what I love, which is making a voice for a character.
Yeah, and so I like that. So I think it just plays to people's strengths, and I just have a lot more fun when I can send a script to somebody and they send it back, and I'm always like, oh, this is exactly how I, imagined it in my head. And I like that feeling.
I also wanted to do like musical theater. That was a big thing.
Do you still want to, or has voice acting kind of pushed that aside a bit?
Voice acting has kind of pushed that aside a bit because I feel like it's a bit too nerve-wracking to go up on a stage. Also, like with the stage, you don't have any microphones. You have to project your voice to the theater. And I'd much rather just do the acting aspect.
Yeah, go into a booth or something, or do like a table read with other voice actors. That seems to be a much different thing than being up on stage, spotlight, here you go.
But like if somebody were to do like a cartoon version or like something like of the Heathers musical, I would love to be like one of the characters. Heather McNamara, Heather Duke. I don't like her, but I would want to be part of that project.
Well, I gotta ask a question. This is a little off script, but my mind popped up with something that you had said.
Yeah.
Is there anything that somebody would send you that you would not be comfortable voice acting? Is there a character type? Is there a story beat? Is there a genre that you would be like?
I would not be comfortable voicing. I would not be comfortable voicing a sexually explicit lolly character.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's
or anybody like
seems to be. I mean that's pretty normal.
Or I mean yeah, but like also like nothing against them, but it's because I feel like I don't have any personal experience abuse victim.
Yeah,
because
no, that's I mean.
So I feel like I can't really portray the heart-wrenching whatever they go through, which I can't even imagine. I can't portray that into a voice, but maybe somebody who can, and it could be a form of therapy for them, which is another reason why I do voice acting. It's a form of therapy.
Nice. Well, yeah, no, I was just curious because everybody has their own, boundaries and limits to what they want to do, even if at the end of the day it's voicing, fictional characters or whatever. So I was curious.
I do tentacle hentai if they ask me to.
Yeah, that's different. That's cool. And that doesn't come from a place of, like you said, it's the inexperience emotionally, and you would want to do service to a character, and if you don't feel confident that you could, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
like certain characters I feel I can put myself in their shoes, but when it comes to something as serious like sexual abuse or even just childhood abuse, because I don't mean to flex, but I had a really good childhood, so I don't know what it's like to have to grow up and be like, yeah, everything is scary and the world around me is unsafe and I have nowhere to hide, and I've never had that. So I don't know if I could do that to a character.
No, I think that
myself.
That's fair, and that's very, emotionally mature of you to decide that. Some people will be like, some people can do like that method acting. They can portray things, but then some people aren't comfortable with that. Everybody's got their own limits. Like I said, I'm sure there's a lot of voice actors and actresses that if they were given a script for a tentacle hentai animation, they'd be like, I can't do this. but you can. And somebody could
absolutely.
do so yeah, somebody could do the assault thing and you couldn't. But I think that's cool because it leaves room for everybody in this industry. And I think that's fun, Everybody has a perfect casting to some degree.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to voice. I mean, my first project was a fucking Emperor comic.
Yeah, well, that's what kind of jogged on that question. I was like, was that a fluke, or is that something that you would ever do again? So that's funny.
No, if somebody needed me to do another Emperor comic, I would be down.
That's so funny. Oh, it's amazing. Well, I know that voice acting and impressions are not necessarily the same thing, as there are tons of amazing voice actors and actresses that only pretty much do the same voice, but it's really good and it really fits sometimes the characters that are written. But then there's also voice actors that
Kristen Schaal, she does the exact same voice for everything, but she is everywhere. She's a very famous actress.
Yeah, and same with Johnny Young Bosch. He sounds, even to a degree, Yuri Lowenthal. You can recognize his voice almost everywhere, but it's just so good that it's
I didn't recognize him as Spider-Man though.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, but then there are voice actors and actresses where it's just you can't even tell that they're doing the same character. They're able to change their voice so much, and I think that you are almost a blend of both, because you can do your normal voice as a voice, but you've also been able to do some really good impressions. So I was wondering if you would like to rapid fire some impressions here really quick, and I'll list them off, and if you want to just do a sentence or two of each of these characters, Does that sound good?
All right, let me get into position.
all right. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll rapid fire some characters off for you to do. Tell me when you're ready. Sounded like you drowned, or it sounds like Ibuki when she has the foam in her mouth. All right, you ready?
All right.
No pressure. First character, we're gonna do rapid fire. Just 1 or 2 sentences of each character. First character, Lois Griffin from Family Guy.
Peter, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the horse, and I'm tired of the 9/11 jokes. They're not funny. I never meant it. Shut up.
Amazing. Next character, Butters from South Park.
I don't know. I just kind of stick around Eric Cartman, and he's just kind of an asshole sometimes, but he's kind of my friend, so I don't know what to do about that.
All right, we're gonna keep it going. Amazing. Genocide Jack from Danganronpa.
Hopefully the room echo doesn't fuck this up.
Hello, everyone. Are you thinking of something funny right now? I'm on the Milky podcast with Zach Elliott.
Amazing, I love it. One more. We gotta do one more Danganronpa one. Himiko Yumeno from V3.
Watch and be amazed by the amazing Himiko Yumeno's magic show featuring Zach Elliott.
And lastly, how about Ragatha from the Amazing Digital Circus?
I don't even know if Pomni really likes me that much, because, she's kind of hanging out with Jax all the time.
Absolutely incredible. Can we get a round of applause for those amazing impressions? That was awesome. That was so good. Thank you so much for doing that. That will most likely be the viral clip from this podcast. Oh, that was so cool. As someone that can't do an impression to save my life, that is very impressive. Not everybody can do that. And I think a lot of those characters are very different too, So it's not even like you're confined to a certain demographic.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was trying to do. I was trying to find voices that I could do that were very kind of ranged but weren't too ranged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks there's anything similar between Butters.
You are in the scooping room now.
No, we just
Funtime
watched.
Freddy has already been here today.
We just watched that video. That was a bonus
Circus
one, guys.
Baby has already been here today.
We just watched that video. For anybody who didn't get that one, that was obviously, like she said, Circus Baby from Sister Location. That was a bonus one thrown in there for you guys.
Which, by the way, sorry for going on a tangent.
No, you're good.
Circus Baby and Scrap Baby, despite being the same character and voiced by the same actress, the actress actually has a different cadence depending on if she's Scrap Baby or Circus Baby. Because Circus Baby has this more calm voice trying to lure in Michael, and then Scrap Baby is more like,
You played right into their hands. You fucking bitch.
Didn't you also voice Circus Baby in a project on YouTube?
I voice Scrap Baby.
Sorry. What's the name of the video, if you don't mind, if you where people could find that if they wanted to see your performance?
It was ranking all 250 plus Five Nights at Freddy's characters by Ella's Ouija.
All right, cool. Yeah, I will provide the link to that video in the description of this podcast for anybody who wants to check out the full thing, because I think that's also a really good role, because it's hard to do robots, I think. It's hard to do robot voices, especially without a filter or something.
I always throw it back.
So I think that's really cool. Well, when it comes to voice acting, there's obviously a lot of especially with anime and video games, there's a lot of weird vocal fan bases. And I know that, you yourself have stumbled upon weird fan bases, or maybe even been a part of some. So I kind of wanted to...
Ooh, I was part of the My Hero Academia fan base.
Perfect. That's a perfect segue into the next topic I wanted to talk about. What would you say is one of the most toxic or cursed or weird fan bases that you've ever either been a part of or that you've witnessed firsthand?
Well, I don't really want to say ones that I've witnessed because really that's surface level, and that's like
true. No, that's fair.
It doesn't really describe all of the fandom, but when you're in a fandom, you get to like really experience how everybody is.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely true.
This may be very specific, but the VR chat My Hero Academia fandom is one of the worst fandoms I have ever fucking seen. It is a cesspool. A cesspool.
The only clip I've ever seen, and I've referenced this on stream so many times, and it's the Deku fighting with his girlfriend. He's like, "Daddy isn't done speaking." He's like,
that's Roblox.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was wrong. I thought that was fucking VR chat. So,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mikan Sumiki. So what's something that you've seen?
Yeah, you
then?
guys are getting a lot of bonus voices. You tell me to do voice acting, and I'm like, you told me to prepare 5 voices, and I'm like, here we go, fucking 10.
That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for. Here on the Milky podcast, you get more than what you bargained for. But anyways, going back to the My Hero, is there something you've seen in VR chat that was like, okay, this is pretty rough? Oh no, I don't like that the gasping for air laugh.
Okay. So I was young.
Okay.
And I was impressionable, and I was impressioned by this guy. He was also like a teenager. He had a fucking harem of VR chat women.
Okay. How does this tie into My Hero Academia? Was he?
His name was All Might Fanboy.
Well, that answers that.
And all he did was hang out in My Hero Academia world and pick up girls who were into My Hero Academia.
Shit, dude. Well, I mean, I gotta respect the hustle to some degree, but that's fucked. All Might Fanboy.
Oh yeah, and then he was like, I'm gonna kill myself because my girlfriends broke up with me.
All Might would never say that.
15 other ones.
He's like, now I only have 15 instead of 24. I'm pissed. Life isn't worth living.
Exactly. That was literally what he was like. He's like, 3 of them broke up with me, and now I only have 29.
All Might doesn't sound like that. Oh, man.
It's your turn.
Yeah. And he just points to, like, some other guy that's, like, gonna cuck him. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, there's been so many videos that we've shared in Discord or talked about with My Hero Academia, and I can say this. Wait. What were you laughing about?
I was laughing at what Reb said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Literally. Well, it's funny because we're gonna be watching that later. For anybody who doesn't know, the Chris Chan podcast or Chris Chan show is after the podcast. Sorry, breaking the fourth wall, but whatever. It's chaotic, off the script. But no, that's funny. I mean, you're talking to a guy...
Guys, I'm not actually a cat.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you guys out there. Taterz is not actually a purple cat, as much as that would...
This isn't actually my room.
Damn. But it'd be really cool if it was. I don't know. I mean, I just looked up purple room, okay? I did the best I could with the time allowed to me.
No, it's okay. It looks a lot better than my room does right now.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I think it looks better than my room to some degree. The LEDs at least aren't half burnt out. So, yeah, but then is that not actually your Roxanne Wolf body pillow?
No, sadly, I don't have that in person.
Would you ever get one?
I don't have that. I don't have the money. I want to get like pillowcases so that I can switch it out for whoever I'm like liking more that day, you know?
That's literally what I do. I have one pillow, and then I have a pillowcase of Toga, Power. I want to get one of Shiver. I've been wanting to get the Shiver one for like 2 years. Just a reminder, guys, it's September. Subscriptions are 30% off. All right, anyways, back to the podcast here. I thought it would be fun to play a little game. Sometimes when I have guests on, we play different games depending on who they are. I remember for Epic Man, we did the art game. And I would like to do a quick game. I messaged you this. I actually don't know your answers ahead of time. I just told you to think about this. But I thought it would be fun and entertaining for chat and listeners to rank our 3 absolute worst hear me outs. And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, a hear me out is a character that you are attracted to, but you feel the need to explain yourself. So
and I just want to say real quick that, like, when people say, like, hear me out, Jessica Rabbit, that does not count. Jessica Rabbit is just a hot woman.
I'm so glad you said that, because while prepping for this podcast, I realized something about myself, and I was like, I don't really have any, because I kept thinking of some, and then I'm like, no, these are just normal girls. So my 3 are probably, I literally spent like 48 hours, like, on my breaks at work.
I was like
Don't
cooking
spoil.
in my brain
Oh,
pot,
yeah.
like, who is the worst? Who is the worst
fuck.
that I would like to do?
Yeah, it took, like, this was the hardest thing of the whole podcast. It wasn't setting up, it wasn't anything. The hardest thing was just trying to figure out, because I was like, I can't come up with any hear me outs. Like, everything that I like is pretty much like, oh, I see it. So, out of these 3, one of them I still currently like. The other 2 are just characters that at some point in my life I was attracted to, but I don't think I am anymore. But all these characters...
All 3 of these characters, I'd still do.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. I'm going to go first because I feel like yours is going to be way more exciting. We'll do one at a time. So I will...
Oh, hell yeah.
I will do my first one first. This is the least, like, bad. They might get worse from this point on. It's the one that everybody
That's what
will
I'm
know.
doing. I'm doing like
Yeah.
least bad to worst.
Same. This one, everybody that watches my streams will already know, and then the other ones, maybe not so much. But my first hear me out character is Taterz from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And I know she's just a normal human girl, but there are a lot of people that say she's very, very ugly. There are. So it counts, chat. It counts
I
as a
like her
hear me
little
out.
pigtails. I like them.
I think she's
And I
cute.
like the little hair, not hair, but like the head bonnet thingy.
Yeah, a little scarf. And I even like the little mole. I think like one mole, like even like Tenko has that. So I always thought that she was cute, but there's a lot of people that are like, this bitch is so ugly. But I've always thought Taterz was cute, and if I was in Skyward Sword, I would probably have a crush on her.
I don't think you should tell Zelda about her when she gets back.
Yeah, so that shows that Link also thought she was cute, because Fi knew. Fi was like, I can see that you are very interested in this woman. You should probably not tell Zelda. So I was like, okay, if someone like Link can think she's cute, then my tastes are not that bad. But that was my first hear me out. I'm fucking very scared to hear what your first one is. What is your first one?
My first one, this one I've said before on the channel, is salad fingers.
Okay. I should have prepped some of these images ahead of time, but while I'm talking, I will pull some up. Is there any reason? Is there something like... is there something that you see and you're like, yeah, this guy?
Specifically, like, the voice. The third episode where, like, he, like, rubs nettles on his nipples and then, like, lactates himself, that weirdly got me. I don't know why.
Holy shit. that actually made it crazier. Hearing the hear me out actually made it more insane to me.
There's actually, not the most recent episode, I haven't seen episode 14, but, like, episode 13, he, like, cooks himself, and, like, eats himself, because he makes, like, a clone of himself, because, like, there was an infection in him.
Well, and that you said was like, yeah, that's attractive when Salad Fingers cooks and eats himself.
Yeah, because the new Salad Fingers is born.
The more you try to explain it, the farther I get from understanding, actually. Because at first I was like, okay, well, maybe, he's got bags under his eyes, and I think when girls have bags under their eyes, that's cute. Like, I like Susie from Little Witch Academia and shit like that, and there's a lot
I also just feel like he would be, like, a really, like, good lover. Like he just seems like a really nice guy.
Okay. When he cooks and eats himself?
No, because he's insane, but, like, he means well.
Okay, so, I mean, you don't feel like he would hurt you? Emotionally or physically?
I feel like he would hurt me physically, but I feel like he wouldn't hurt me emotionally.
Okay. Alright, interesting. Wow.
Which is maybe why I like him. What? Next?
Somebody clip that. No, well, if that's your lowest, we're in for a treat, Chad. You do not want to click off this podcast. All right, I'm going to go to my second one, which I'm pretty embarrassed about. I don't feel this way anymore, but there were dark days and there were times where I was attracted to this character, and I was like, yeah, I'm sexually attracted to this character, and I shouldn't be. Not currently, but this was at some point in my life.
No, I give you permission to do that because I'm choosing characters that I still would find attractive. I'm not choosing Dark Day characters, but you have a very normal set of likes, so I feel like you have to go. Yeah, it would have been
boring. It would have been really boring if I didn't. But I mean, these are all characters that at some point Zach Lawley was really attracted to. And my second Hear Me Out is, oh man, this is really hard for me to get through these last two.
It's hard for you. Meanwhile, I'm here like, yeah, salad fingers because he boils and eats himself alive.
Well, you kind of got me back when you were like, oh, he would hurt me physically, but he's not like a bad guy. I was like, I get that, but that I get. And honestly, I've gone to a lot of anime conventions, and I've seen girls that had boyfriends that look worse than salad fingers. So, you know what? I can't say shit.
He's a pretty accurate depiction of a British man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Their teeth aren't nearly as good as his, but I digress. My next Hear Me Out is Susie from Deltarune. Yeah, okay, let it out. Let's let your reaction out. Get it out of the way, chat. That's not a furry. This is not a furry character. She's
that is specifically a scaly.
Yeah.
And Zach already has one furry and one scaly, and they do not coexist with each other, so therefore Zach is not a scaly or a furry. You guys are not educated in the ways of furries.
Thank you, Taterz. I knew it was such a good idea to invite you onto the show. I don't know, okay? I don't know. She's got a grungy look, Like
her punk aesthetic.
Yeah, she's like, if you've ever seen Breakfast Club, like a female John Bender, I
haven't seen Breakfast Club, but I saw that movie Pitch Perfect or whatever where they referenced Breakfast Club like a billion times.
Okay. Close enough. Yeah, I don't know, okay? It's just it's mostly her hair, her messy long hair. She's kind of like a delinquent character, It was mostly...
I like the spikes on her,
yeah, she's got the
arms.
studded wristbands. She, pushes Chris up against the locker. But she also, likes to be goofy and have fun with Lancer. So she, pulls pranks, and she likes to have a good time and be silly, even if she's, a huge bitch sometimes, but...
Hell yeah.
So that's one of my Hear Me Outs. But what is your second Hear Me Out? She does not boil and eat herself, so that's good.
You clearly haven't seen The Secret. I'm joking.
Oh no, the secret ending of chapter 4 where she boils and eats herself. But all right. You're next on the chopping block. What is your second Hear Me Out?
My second Hear Me Out is Sadness from Inside Out.
Okay, I need to Google a picture and pull it up onto the podcast.
So, I just feel like she'd be a really good cuddler.
Okay.
And I don't know, I know you don't like glasses, but I do. I like glasses. I think they look cute, and
yeah.
The little turtleneck is super sweet. She's just so nervous. She's not nervous like Mika nervous,
I hate myself.
kind of nervous, but she's just like, I don't know if I should be doing this, kind of nervous, you know? Like she's not sure of herself, but she's not self-deprecating.
Yeah, no, there's different layers to that. If it makes you feel better, I think that this is a much more understandable one than Salad Fingers for me. This is definitely not my type of character, but she just kind of looks like a smaller, bluer Velma from Scooby-Doo, which people really like.
I do like Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, and which I don't think she's ugly, but that's just like not my type of character at all. So I get it, because if people did like Velma from Scooby-Doo, I could see why you would see Sadness and be like, yeah, she's cute. So I get this one. I don't think it's as weird. I guess the weirdest thing where it's like, if you actually went through with the Hear Me Out, isn't she like 1 foot tall? So I guess that's where the weirdest part.
She's not 1 foot tall. She's technically living in your brain, so she's smaller than.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming if ever given the option, she would just scale to like, she would scale to, because I don't know how you would be able to get physical with a brain cell. So I'm assuming that if you had the opportunity, that she would probably be scaled to more human size.
A lot of people like Disgust. I personally don't. I never liked her character. She was too much of a bitch.
I'm gonna look that up as well. I'm not gonna pull it.
She looks nice, but like she's like constantly like, I'm going to vomit, because she's Disgust.
I see. I think that Disgust looks maybe more conventionally attractive to like the normal viewer, but
the green one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not attracted to any characters from Inside Out, but I guess if somebody put a pistol to my head and said, I'm gonna kill you unless you pick one, I guess I would pick Disgust over Sadness, but that would be with a lot of reservations, and I wouldn't be happy about it. But if I had to, it's like when I had to pick a Sonic character. I don't want to have sex with any Sonic characters, but if I had to, or I would die, it would be Tikal. And Andrew said it too. Andrew picked that too. He didn't want anybody. He's like, yeah, Tikal's the best one. So.
Meanwhile, I'm here fucking. I have to look up her name. Vanilla the rabbit?
Yeah, Cream's mom, right?
Yeah, and Rouge the Bat, shit like that. Like, I'm literally like, all these characters are so hot.
Yeah, didn't you say you thought Knuckles was hot? So you're...
I did at one point, I think. I think that was just a dark day.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. I remember you saying that in the chat. It was like specifically his voice or whatever. But, yeah, you're tallying up the whole Sonic fan base right now. Any Sonic fans are gonna be like, finally, somebody that gets me. They also like Knuckles and Rouge. Rouge, I get. I don't share that because she's still closer to a bat than a human. But, I mean, Sega knew what they were doing when designing her. They gave her, like, a fat ass and big boobs, and you don't do that to any character. I don't like the
fact that they gave her, like, breast reduction in the newer series and stuff.
Trust me, people on the internet also don't like that. Any comment section with modern day Rouge the Bat is a cesspool of anger and outrage. So you are not alone in that sentiment. But I agree. I mean, I'm not even attracted to Rouge, but I didn't think it was over the top back then and nobody died, so I think that it was fine. They should have kept it.
I'm dying to Rouge's tits!
Yeah, it's probably a way that a lot of people would like to go. The fun fact about Rouge is she was supposed to be in the second and third Sonic movie, but the directors and the special effects artists literally said they couldn't figure out a way to make her.
I know.
They were like, we can't figure it out.
Like, we can't figure out how to make her, and also the children will get too horny.
Yes, that's literally what they said. They're like, we can't find the happy medium of making her look true to the character and not too sexualized for the movie. So they just cut her from the film. Like, we tried 2 times and we couldn't do it.
I don't know why they didn't go like Sonic Prime, like where she has like the bodysuit.
Yeah, okay. Maybe in Sonic 4, the movie, they'll figure it out because they're putting Amy Rose in there, so maybe we'll put another female character in as well.
It just makes me so mad because, like, Rouge is like the only actual legal character.
Yeah, right? And then they don't...
Besides Vanilla.
Yeah, but Vanilla's like barely in it, you know.
And yeah, fucking when is Vanilla gonna show up in the movie? Fucking never.
Exactly. It's just not gonna happen. So, all right. Well, getting back on track, I'm gonna go to my third and final Hear Me Out. I've said this one on stream one time before. It was only once ever. You probably remember because I think that you said something about it, but majority of my listeners will not have heard this. My last Hear Me Out is Spooky from Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your last one?
Yeah. I had a fourth.
Why'd you
bonus
choose her
one.
in the Mekon fit?
I just Googled. It was probably because this was the only one that wasn't a web.p, and I didn't want it to transfer the web.p to a PNG. But I remember playing this, and I said it one time with Andrew, and Andrew was like so fucking disgusted. I don't know what it is. I just think she's really cute. She just reminds me.
I also think she's cute, but I personally don't think she's a Hear Me Out because I have way too weird.
I had a fourth one, but I didn't want to include it because it was another furry one, and then chat would have all said that I was a furry, so I didn't want to do that one. And that was
now you said that, and now chat's gonna be like, well, now you gotta say it.
Do I even have a picture of this character readily available? Okay, I don't have. It's one of those things where it's like this isn't true anymore, but there was a time, and to be fair, this was before. No, I hit the wrong button. This was before Anka, so it's not like I had two furry characters at the same time. So that's like what makes it a little bit different. I don't. know.
I'll add in a fourth Hear Me Out as well.
Okay. Shit. Would you mind just doing your third, and that gives me enough time to pull up a picture of my fourth?
Okay, so my third Hear Me Out is Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, but specifically when he's the triangle.
Whoa! Wait, whoa.
Like, you know how people like Bill Cipher is like the Tumblr sexy man human version? I like the triangle version.
Do you want to explain why?
I love his attitude. I love, like, how he's like, hey there, if you buy money, buy gold, buy.
So, damn, chat, keep Taterz away from any U.S. currency because he's literally just on every dollar bill the triangle with the eyeball.
No, he's got to have a top hat and arms and a bow tie.
Okay, so if you had sex with him, he would have to
He's a distinguished gentleman.
He would have to keep all of that on. Is that what you're saying?
No, he can take the bow tie off.
But the monocle and the hat has to stay, is what you're saying.
He does not have a monocle.
Oh, so I didn't watch Gravity Falls. I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I've only seen him from memes.
I think you would actually kind of like it. It's a very short series.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Like only like 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I've just never I was just it just kind of slipped under my radar, and I never watched it. But I've only seen him in the memes because they always include him with like other meme characters like Sans or Nagito and shit. So I've seen Bill Cipher so much.
No, yeah, absolutely.
That's how I'm familiar with him. But wow. So it's more just his aura, like his personality, like the way he acts. That
yeah, like he's kind of like a goofy villain where it's like. He has like all these different like friends and stuff that he like summons into the world, that when he tries to make the world weird, he wants to make the world weird. That's like his whole thing.
Okay.
And like he's like, what? You're telling me that just because this place is the only place in America that's weird, we're trapped in this goddamn bubble? Well, not like actually, he doesn't say goddamn because it's a Disney joke, but you know.
Yeah, I figured. That's so funny. That's so funny. He's just like a pyramid. He's just like a triangular shape.
He also like goes into people's dreams and stuff and like will be like, hey, I'm in your dream now. Fuck you.
Damn. Chat, who do we know from Milky Finisher lore that's also like that? No, but I mean, yeah, those were three crazy ones. But I guess we're doing a bonus fourth one. But only if chat promises not to call me a furry, because this one isn't true anymore. Anka's the only furry character I like. But years ago, like in, I don't know, 2018, 2019 or whatever, I did see this character and I was like, I feel like this character's kind of attractive. I don't remember how to pronounce their name. Let's see if I say it right.
You could DM it to me and I could see if I could pronounce it.
I'll just say it, and if I fuck it up, you can correct me. But my fourth bonus, hear me out, in no particular order. Oh, hold on. I gotta get there we go. Is Bronwyn, which is Jake's daughter from Adventure Time when she's older. So it's Jake's daughter from Adventure Time when she's like grown up. I thought that she was really cute when I first saw it. After like the show had ended.
Okay, wait.
Oh no! Wait, what's the wait?
I never actually saw the kids when they were grown up.
Yeah.
Why does she actually get hot?
Yeah, okay, you agree with me. There's another one I'll pull up where her hair is even longer, and I think she looks even cuter. It's like
Reb, I don't mean to be rude, Reb, but her parents are a magical dog and a unicorn.
Yeah. So I just remember there was like a special where it's like years after, when Finn is like an old man and Jake is like a grandpa or whatever, they revisit the character. They did like a couple episode special, and Bronwyn takes like, they call him like Uncle Finn, and she wants to be just like him because she wants to be like an adventurer. So she goes on adventures and like fights people. So she's like, yeah, she's like a girl that has the same personality as Finn from the show. And then then she gets older again, and her hair gets blonder and longer, and she's got like this weird like long shirt. And I always thought she was hot.
Yeah, because Finn has blonde long hair.
Yeah. See, so I remember thinking that she was hot, and then I think Andrew like wanted to puke in his mouth. So that was my fourth bonus.
Well,
one.
Andrew doesn't have a lot of good opinions.
Yeah, he thinks Mikan Sumiki's hot, so fuck you, Andrew.
He also thinks that Angie is a good character.
Yeah, and he thinks Toko's hot, and she doesn't ever take a shower, unless she's Genocide Jack, but whatever. All right, I'm ready for your fourth and final one.
Okay. This one is gonna get me a couple people like laughing at me because
I'm ready.
The fact that I even watched this show is already abhorrent enough.
Okay, I'm excited. Take the heat off me.
Connie the hormone monstrous from Big Mouth.
Are you fucking serious? I think that every character in that show is fucking disgusting. How do you spell it?
Okay, but I know her name is just Connie.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I love the red hair. I feel like she's the only one that actually looks pretty in the show. She's got a fat ass.
Yeah, but the fat ass, well, that doesn't bother you. I was gonna say, the fat ass is covered in fur.
She's voiced by Maya Rudolph, and
Okay.
Maya Rudolph has like such an amazing singing voice. She does such a good job with the performance.
Okay.
I'm just encapsulated by everything that Connie does.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously heavily disagree, but she does like kind of have the same body type as like Imp Midna, where she's got that like impish form. I get it.
No, yeah.
I might not agree with it, but I get it. I'm not gonna.
And then her fucking ugly ass dick nose boyfriend on the right there, the left.
Yeah. Okay, to be fair, I think he looks worse than her. So, sure. Yeah, I mean, that was
Like her ears look cute. I love her horns. Like he's got like the one unihorn and literally a dick nose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was Zach Lolliot and Taterz. Hear me out. Listen, chat, not everybody is brave enough to go on this podcast and do the stuff that we do, so you gotta cut us some slack, but I appreciate you playing that game, Taterz.
No, yeah, this will be on the internet forever.
Right, it's okay. I've already said and done worse than what I've said today. So I'm fine. But I appreciated playing this game. I knew that you would have fun answers, so I really thought that you'd be a great guest for this. But this is the part of the show where we take some guest questions. We're not going to take too many, because the podcast is kind of going... Sahur. And hey, if it makes you feel better, there's got to be somebody out there that's sexually attracted to tung sahur. So, and I don't think either of our...
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I don't think either of ours are as bad as that guy. So, it can always be worse. But anyways, this is the part of the show where we take a couple guest questions. So, yeah. Obviously, Taterz, if there is a guest question that you are not comfortable answering, you can just say pass and we will skip it. But I'll be grabbing...
I voiced Mpreg. I think I'm pretty much good with any question.
For sure. I just want to say...
It's like, what is your opinion on politics? And I'm like, fucking, I don't care.
Yeah, right. It's like, who would win in a rap battle, Israel or Palestine? Taterz, who? So it's like, it's not gonna be.
When you said who would win in a rap battle, that piqued my interest, and then you said Israel versus Palestine, and I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't keep up with that. I'm sorry.
Taterz said fuck both of them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I did not say fuck both of them. I just say I don't keep up with it because I already got a lot of shit in my own world.
No, that's exactly how I feel. Where it's like, my world is like my house and my yard, and I've got enough going on. You know, I've got enough with family, friends, my health. I've got to just make sure that's in order, you know? And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But moving on, we have a question from Vincent that says, have you ever been arrested or like in trouble with the police at all? Like, did you ever get like a warning? Did you ever get anything with law enforcement?
I never got in trouble with the police, but there was this one time I was on a school trip to like a police station area.
Okay.
And they were like teaching us about like the danger of drugs because marijuana was going to be legalized in all of Canada around.
Okay.
And they were like, all right, you got to realize that even though this is being legalized, drugs are still bad, you know?
Well, I can tell who didn't listen during that field trip.
Oh yeah, no. So, and then there was this one booth where they were showing an example of if you buy drugs, you're not liable to be arrested, but the person who is giving you the drugs is.
Okay.
So they had two kids come up. One person would be the buyer and one person would be the seller, and I was the seller.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
So I got put into the back of an actual cop car.
Damn.
For an example. And let me tell you, it is cramped back there.
I bet.
Literally, it's like, it feels like, you know, like when you're like squeezing in between like bookcases and like a fucking like it felt like that, but you had to sit down in it. And I was also wearing rain boots, so like they didn't like exactly like fold up with the car.
Okay, damn. Yeah, and you're like a...
So technically I have been arrested, but I have not been in trouble with the police.
That was such a good question. That is a story that I don't think anybody's ever heard. That's actually a great story. Yeah, I've never even been in the back of... Oh, I lied. No, I was in the passenger seat of a police car when I job shadowed a police officer, but I did remember looking back there and be like, damn, they don't give these people a lot of room back here. I was like, what if you have to arrest like a fat guy? Like, this guy ain't fit.
No, I was a kid and it was still small.
Still cramped. Yeah, and I'm claustrophobic. So if I had my hands tied behind my back and put it... Oh, man, I'd be tweaking. So
my god, and this dumbass, okay, I know it's supposed to be like an example, right? Like,
yeah.
But he could have at least rolled the window down because I didn't get to hear the rest of the lesson because the windows were up and all I could hear was...
That's actually funny. It's like, listen up, kids. You're just in the back of a squad car.
Now that we have the perpetrator in the back of the car, we have the most important bit of evidence.
Yes. No, I love it. That's so funny.
And because I was claustrophobic, I'm also claustrophobic. I was like, okay, when are they gonna let me out? Like, I
Yeah.
thought they were like just gonna put me in and then take me back out. But I'm like sitting here for like an extra like 3 minutes as they're explaining shit, and I'm like, can I get out now?
Yeah. No, I can't even
That's
imagine.
what I get for being a drug dealer.
That's so funny. That was a good question by Vincent. But let's keep it rolling. The next question is by Reb, and she's got a really good one. It's, if you could redub any character from a show, who would you choose? Like, is there someone that you've seen and you'd like, I would love to take a crack at that
That is
role?
actually a really good question.
Yeah, really good one. I'm curious to hear your answer.
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Yeah, no, take your time. I will look over the next potential question as you think. There's a lot of rage bait ones.
Of course there is. It's your fucking shit.
You're right.
Shit.
Yeah. Any character that you've seen that you would like to redub their role and do it your own way. It's very interesting. While Taterz thinks, let's cut to our special guest.
Good one.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had Mongo Wario rapping while you were thinking, but now we're back.
Sorry. Gregory from Security Breach.
Oh, interesting. You would like to voice Gregory.
Because I can't do like a Roxanne's voice that well. I had to do it for that video that I mentioned before. It was not very good. It was one of my worst impressions I've ever done. Cause she's like kind of in a range where it's harder for me to hit, but anyway, I'm rambling. She has the same voice actress for Gregory, and Gregory
shit.
sounds way too much like just a girl voicing a little boy.
I see.
And I feel
see.
like I could be like, Freddy, there's something in the hallway, and I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, no, I
Like, I don't know. I just feel like I could like somehow figure out how to do a more like realist. Like, I would actually listen to how like little boys speak, which kind
Yeah.
of sounds weird.
no. I mean, well, you're a voice, actor or actress that's going to be normal. You want to.
Yeah, cause like Gregory's voice actress is like,
Freddy, there's something in here, and it's something scary.
True. No, you're right. I didn't really think about that. It doesn't.
Freddy, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah. So no, that's a good one. That would be interesting to hear a different take on Gregory from Security Breach. Great question. This should be a quick one. We got a quick one from Depri, who we haven't done a question from him yet. For anybody who doesn't know, really quick side tangent to give some backstory to anybody listening to the podcast. Taterz and I are familiar with Uma Musume. So this is an Uma Musume question. Who do you prefer, Gold Ship or Special Week? You can only pick one.
That's hard because I feel like they're both like overhyped, you know? Like Gold Ship is like everybody's like, "Woo, Gold Ship, yeah, Gold Ship."
Yes.
But then Special Week is on the cover of everything. She's like the protagonist character
in the anime. Yeah, we're like, I like Vodka and I
love Vodka.
I can't remember her name. It's like Maruzinski or
Kurin-chan.
something. Kurin-chan too. Yes.
Maruzensky.
Yes, those are like my three. Like those are the three that I like. Maruzinski, Kurin-chan.
My three are Vodka, Maruzensky, and Mejiro McQueen.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. So see, we're Uma Musume nerds. I've watched the anime and the movie.
I'm enough of an Uma Musume nerd to know that Vodka isn't actually an alcoholic. She drinks tea.
That's cute though. That's kind of like wholesome. I like that factoid about her. I remember you're the one that I think pointed that out to me. But I guess to answer Depri's question, if you had to pick one lives, one dies, gold ship versus special week. Which one is better between the two?
I'd have to go with gold ship because honestly, like, once again, they're both overhyped, but I like that one video of gold ship's like actual horse just like fucking jumping around and being a little nuisance, and the fact
gold
that
ship is
in
more
real
memeable,
life,
more funny.
yeah, he was such a rage baiter, and also like the fact that he like there would be like mares that would be like, I will not mate with any other horse unless it's gold ship.
Yeah. Again, for anybody listening to the podcast that didn't understand, Uma Musume is like this horse anime game. It's based on real race horses, and the horse that Gold Ship was based off of would breed with other horses, and after breeding with other female horses, they would refuse to breed with any other horse besides Gold Ship. So that's hilarious to me.
So yeah, I feel like if one lives, one dies. If Gold Ship were to die, then all those mares would be very lonely.
They would all just fucking go on an abstinence fast. But that's so funny. All right, you got time for one more?
Yeah.
One more? Cool.
Cool mountain.
Yeah. This one is kind of similar to Reb's, but different enough that I want to ask it. And it's from Rainbow Kappa. And
all right.
What is a fandom or a community that you would love to voice for that you haven't done already? And I think that that's what's interesting, because you've done a lot of ones that you probably already like, but is there one that you're like, yeah, I haven't done anything related to that fandom or community yet?
I think Earthbound. I would love to voice Venus.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, Taterz is a gigantic Earthbound fanatic, and
I love the Mother series. I still haven't played Mother 3 because I actually want to like stream it. I want to like, because I'm such a big Earthbound nerd. I want to see like, because like I would be the type of person to pick up the small details, like, holy shit, it's character number 53 from that one corner of the room.
Yeah. Luckily, almost nothing about it has been spoiled for me either. And I know a lot of people have been spoiled on. There's like big spoilers or twists or whatever in that game, and I've got none, which is awesome. Don't hate me for this, because I do love Earthbound. I played it actually for the first time in 2021. Thought it was amazing. However...
Fuck, it's already been 4 years since you played it?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? With the monkeys and the maze. But I found Mother 1 to be just too dated for me. It was a little...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mother 1 is it's definitely very primitive.
Yeah, I had a much better time watching a YouTube synopsis explaining the story and characters. That was how I was able to enjoy that experience.
I did play through Mother 1, and it is definitely it's a tough experience.
Yeah. Where I think Mother 2 or Earthbound, I think anybody can pick up and play that still to this day, and it's just a fun game.
But the thing that makes me glad is that with how primitive and how kind of, should I say, crappy, no offense.
No, I get it.
Mother 1 was. I'm surprised that they made a Mother 2, and it ended up like being as good as it was, because Shigesato Itoi is a fucking genius. He's not only that, he's multi-talented. He's like a copywriter. He was a voice actor for a little bit. He was a voice actor for the dad in My Neighbor Totoro. Not a lot of people know.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, factoid I did not know. But
but yeah, like even like Shigeru Miyamoto was like, hey, like when he was like bringing in Mother 1, he was like, yeah, this game is going to fail unless you put all your time and effort into it. And so Shigesato Itoi quit all his jobs and was like, fuck it, Mother time.
That's cool, though. I like that passion. I like that drive, and it paid off, you know? It's such a
I know,
cult
and that's
classic.
why I love him. That's why he's one of my biggest inspirations, and he loves the community. Like, there was this one person who made like a realistic like Mr. Saturn and brought it to him. And like he took a photo with it, and it was so good.
I love stuff like that. It's very it makes you like the game even more, knowing that the people behind it are just good people. But
hell, he still has like a merch store that he updates. He's active on Twitter. His Twitter is like a version of himself as a monkey.
Damn. anything besides Mother 4, I guess. No, I'm kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
he's already talked about Mother 4. He said he's not going to continue the Mother series, but he gives people permission to continue it with whatever they believe would be next.
For sure, and then that's respectable. I don't think every series needs to keep going forever. If he did everything he wanted to do and he's happy with it, that's super cool. I would never go against that. I just like to make jokes. I say that, but I keep telling Kodaka to keep making Danganronpa games for the rest of his life, even though he wants to make other games.
You're like whipping his back. More Danganronpa!
I'm like, more Danganronpa! He's like, I'm working on the 100 line.
Buki's the blackened!
Yeah. I was like, don't fucking worry about them. But I got my wish. He's
Mikon Dice, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1, yeah. That's hilarious, but... Alright.
Don't even give her a killer!
Yeah, she just does it to herself. But
Trips over and dies.
yeah, this was so much fun. I hope that you had a good time talking about some of these crazy topics.
No,
And
this was absolutely so much fun.
Absolutely.
This is
probably would.
like I said, I've never done a podcast before, but like this is like a big first step, and I had a lot of fun answering questions.
Cool.
Especially because I sometimes feel like nobody gives a shit what I think.
Well, I mean, even I feel that way sometimes. But sometimes I push through it, and sometimes people do, and sometimes people, sometimes I'll make a comment and nobody will say anything, and I'll be like, ouch. But then sometimes I'll say something, and surprisingly 5 or 6 people will be like, oh, yeah, me too. So it just happens, but I know that I don't speak for myself when I say that we'd love to have you on again in a part 2. This, that offer goes to any guests, because there's always more crazy stuff to talk about, whether it's, creepy pastas or cursed internet stories or anything like that.
Which, by the way, Ben Drowned is my favorite creepypasta. I love the fact that it got redone for 2020. It's so much more updated. It's so much better than just creepy cartridge come to life.
Yeah, yeah, for real. But thank you again so much for doing this. And like I said, if you're ever interested in coming back, I know that I would love to have you. I'm sure Chet has plenty more questions they could ask you as well. So.
Anyways, bye everyone. I hope you don't stub your toe and then your toe gets infected with a disease that causes your toe to get gangrene.
If anybody in chat can tell me that impression, because it's a really good one, you get brownie points. But sayonara, Taters. Until next time, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Sayonara.